everybody, and welcome to Bottom Line with Roni and Byron. We're going to catch you up on all of the latest news that happened this week. We're going to start with Jackson County receiving $9 million from the American Rescue Plan Act.
For national news, we're going to talk about United Airlines launching a new pilot training program to address the shortage, opening the door for a lot of people.
And then we'll switch to sports and talk about Shedur Sanders signing a big NIL deal with Gatorade.
And this week, instead of entertainment, we're bringing in a new segment called Around the Town, where I interview Ms. Dolores Brockner at Colonics and Massage of Mariana.
And then we'll switch to our relationship tea segment, and we'll talk about how do you deal with people that don't always tell the truth. All right, Byron, let's get right to it. We're going to start with Jackson County. They have received $9 million from the American Rescue Plan Act, and some of the ideas that are floating around as far as what they're going to do with the money are road pavement. You'll be glad to hear that. Infrastructure, just different projects that they've kind of tossed around. Byron, they're supposed to have this list compiled by February the 8th so they can sit down and go over it and then start implementing some of this plans for the money. They have until 2024, I think, to kind of implement the plans, and then 2026 to completely use the funding. So that's a lot of money, Byron, for Jackson County.
Yeah, depending on how you look at it, especially when you're talking about paving roads. So for a lot of people out there, especially in my neck of the woods, you have your plans together. I know I got mine, so I'll definitely be, which I had intentions to earlier last year, but definitely gonna have my plan together to present to the Board of County Commissioners to propose paving some roads in my neck of the woods in my area. So the money's out there, as well as there's probably some other funding that's coming down from the state as well. So get out there, and if you don't ask, if you don't put it out there, then you don't get it. So get out there and try. So that's what I suggest.
So let's give them instructions, Byron. So step one, get your list of roads together in your community, in your neighborhood. Step two, contact your county commissioner, whatever district you're in, contact them and let them know, here are the plans. We know that you have received money and you're planning to improve or, roads. So here we are. Also, Byron, they also kind of threw out, they're going to use money towards salaries too. So that's interesting as well.
Yeah. Because I know I've had talks with a lot of different, organizations within the county, especially with the sheriff's department. They're battling, salary wages, competing with the Florida Highway Patrol and federal prison systems and things like that, losing good quality deputies to salary. So I know that's something that they've been working on as well. So hopefully we could see something happen, or either some new positions within the county that's very needed. So
right. So contact your county commissioner, try to do it by February the 8th, because you're going to compile a list by the 8th of February.
Also, the county administrator, contact her as well.
Oh, county administrator, yeah.
If you want to get on that agenda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So make your voices heard. All right, Byron, I'm going to switch also to some projects that's going to happen. They've decided to revitalize downtown Mariana. So that is also good news. They met this past Tuesday night to talk about it. And I did reach out to Zach Gilmore and Tiffany Garland and just ask them some questions. Zach is actually the vice president of Jackson County Economic Development Committee. So I reached out to Megan Basford, who's the executive director for Mariana Main Street, about the Revitalization Project. And this is what she told me.
In our office, we dream big, we work hard, and we make it happen. Because of this, I am absolutely thrilled to talk to you about a revitalization project that is happening right now in the middle of our historic downtown area. During a recent county commission meeting, we were able to discuss Project Viva with our county commissioners and discuss the potential for an MOU. This MOU would include a revitalization for the downtown area in the Mariana Main Street District and would assist in the purchase of the Danley Building. The commissioners approved the MOU, and a Florida-based company has now been approved to purchase the building and rebuild the interior and exterior. The company has big dreams for the use of the property, including potential Airbnbs or condos upstairs, a possible restaurant and cafe, some retail space, some office space. There are just so many possibilities for the future. This project has the potential to positively impact our entire community in an incredible way.
All right, so Byron, one of the building projects he mentioned was the Danley building, which is right there off of Lafayette Street. As you see some of the pictures, you can see that you have up the before and after of that building. It was totally destroyed during Hurricane Michael. A lot of buildings were destroyed during Hurricane Michael. So this would be great to revitalize downtown. So what I do know is that the Danley building, which is really located right across the street from the courthouse. It's really under contract right now. There's a company that's buying it, as he mentioned, and I think they're supposed to close on the 10th, February the 10th. But it looks like in that building, there's a lot of, square footage that, they can have restaurants, retail stores, different businesses within that building that will help revitalize downtown Mariana.
Yeah, that sounds cool. And that's another thing, because you don't want the after effects of Hurricane Michael to leave, an eyesore on especially your historic part of the town, because I don't know if people travel a lot when they go to different towns, especially those historic ones, they kind of all got that similar layout, especially when you get close to the county courthouse and etc. You see that same kind of, where everything was on that main street, and to get that building, that Daniels building back up and going, and to get some businesses to come and occupy that space would be great. And that's something that I've been privy to getting information from people in the community and people in Jackson County, just wanting more things here and more things to do outside of the norm. So hopefully this will spark something and get some more businesses in and decide to want to come in Jackson County.
Yeah, speaking of projects, the commissioners also approved a conveyance agreement for a company to build a 16,000 square foot warehouse on the Endeavor property, which is the old Dozier property. So that's going to be interesting to watch as well. I'm hearing it could be some type of, I don't know, school supply company. Of course, they keep this stuff hush hush, but it's going to be some type of company that's going to be on 16,000 square feet at Endeavor. So have to keep our eye on that. But we are here bringing you all the latest on projects here and around Jackson County. I want to mention that our local and state news is brought to you by Brightway Insurance. They're located in Mariana on Caledonia Street. So reach out to TD Horn and his staff, and whatever you need, whether it's life insurance, business insurance, property insurance, reach out to them. They can help you. You can call them at 850-633-3460. That's 850-633-3460. And also, there was a re-grant opening this week, Byron. Miller Chevrolet Buick GMC. They have been closed since Hurricane Michael, and they had a re-grant opening this past Thursday. And as you see, the facility looks great. Leroy Boone was there to assist in cutting the ribbon. Ricky Miller there has been waiting a long time for this showroom to reopen. Like I said, it was damaged during Hurricane Michael. And now it's a great ceremony. They also honored Jeff Mathis. Jeff Mathis is from here. He was one of the Braves, Atlanta Braves baseball player that won the World Series. And Byron, as you see on the picture, they presented him with a couple of plaques. But one thing significant, they actually named a road. It's not a street, but a road after him called Jeff Mathis Way. And it's the road, if you're right coming down from Mariana High School and you're looking at that first road as you go into Mariana football field, right across the street from OUS Road, that road right there, they are naming it Jeff Mathis Way. So that's kind of cool. But he was there on hand, to sign baseballs, and there's some country singers there. And it was a great day for Rick Miller and his staff.
Well, that's good. That's good. And that's well deserved for Jeff Mathis. A great career coming from right here in Jackson County. Also shouts out to Leroy Boone. Great man. Has helped me out tremendously. How many? I mean, he's been there for a long time. How many years is he?
43 years, Byron.
Wow.
43 years. So let's
Wow.
just, pay homage to him.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm gonna have him on the show and just kind of talk about what it means to be at a job long as he has, because you don't see that these days. So I'm
No.
gonna have him on the show, Byron, just to kind of get some wisdom. 43 years at one spot is a long time, even
Yeah.
though that dealership has changed hands, several times, because before it was Miller Miller, it was Ray Hall. Before that, it was something else. Matter of fact, the lady that's in that picture that's cutting the ribbon, she was one of the original owners. When it was it wasn't Ray Hall, it was something else prior to that. So, but he's been there the entire time, 43 years. So we'll have to reach out to him and get him on the show.
Okay.
Again, I want to bring up something else that happened this week. It's across the state of Florida. It's Literacy Week, and our schools participated. Each day this week, Byron, there's like a theme. Like Monday was Too Cool. Tuesday it was Wild About Reading. Wednesday was Red R to Red, and Thursday was pretty cool. It was 100 days of school, and the kids dressed up as if they was 100 years old. Look at those photos. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I mean, they had the canes, the gray hair.
It was cool to see that. Yeah, my kids, their teachers, shouts out to Miss Benton, Miss Sheila Benton. She goes all out on those activities. So yeah, it was cool to see that. My kids worried me about wearing pajamas today. I was like, it's a little too cold for that now, y'all. Go ahead if you want to, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool for them to dress up like that. And yesterday, Friday, was book character parade, but looked like to me the biggest hit was Thursday when the kids got to dress up as if they were 100 years old. So shout out to Jackson County for inspiring kids to read. And so, Byron, I want to make sure that people understand again that this segment is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, located on Caledonia Street in Mariana. You can go to them for all of your insurance needs. Contact TD Horn and his staff at 850-633-3460. What do you have for national news?
So for national, before I get off into it, I want to talk about People's Funeral Home. Because they care, they're here when you need us. Long Granbury Funeral Services, Incorporated, doing business as People's Funeral Home, Mariana and Battle Mortuary, Panama City. Offer services that is within the reach of all. Their caring staff is available 24/7 and when the need arises. Their services are designed to commemorate the life being remembered at a price suitable for all. So please give Cephas and Gwen a call at 850-482-2233 or simply stop by for more information. It's People's Funeral Home. So my first story, it comes a little close to me. I want to talk about Tiger King. So all of us that went through that whole the first start of the pandemic, I heard about it through the grapevine, and I got stuck watching the whole daggum series. But Tiger King, Joe Exotic, he's been resentenced to 21 years in prison. So his original sentence was 22 years, and a federal judge resentenced Tiger King, Joe Exotic, to 21 years in prison. So it wasn't like he got his sentence changed drastically. He just got about a year cut, reducing that punishment just 1 year. His real name is Joseph Maldonado Passage. He was convicted for murder for hire, case involving animal welfare activist Carol Baskins. So the Netflix show Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness, it went big, went viral, and over the time frame, he's been trying to appeal and go back and forth. But like I say, he tried to hold off because he was delaying his prostate cancer treatment until his resentencing. But like I say, he only got reduced by a year, which I'm not familiar with. He's got convicted on the state of Oklahoma, so I'm not familiar with the mandatory sentencing. Like in Florida, we have 85%, so it's pretty much all the sentence you're gonna have to do. So I'm not sure with Oklahoma how it works, but he at least he's got it reduced by a year. So for all us Joe Exotic fans screaming free Joe King, you're gonna have to keep trying a little harder, because look like you're gonna have to do at least 20 years, depending on that mandatory sentence. So yeah. And my next story is a little home for some of my aviators out there. United Airlines, they launched a pilot program this pilot training program to address the shortage and opening the door for a lot of people. So even those that are in the mid 30s, the thing is, going into these programs, they take time. You go in, you get your FAA rating, but you have to build yourself up. So a lot of times when I tell people, I'm an air traffic controller, it's wow, that's one of the most stressful jobs. Well, yes and no. Same thing for pilots. If I come straight out of FAA school, air traffic control school, and I go to a LAX or Atlanta, my brain is gonna probably explode. So you have to take steps. If you come from a school around this area and you go into a football program, if you go to Alabama, it's probably gonna be too much for you. But if you start at, say, a JUCO, or you start at a smaller college and then work your way up, then you can handle it. So it's kind of like the same way. It's going to take time to build these pilots up, and what the information is coming out is that it's a whole slew of pilots that are coming up on retirement because they have to come out at age 65. So it's they don't have, it's a big shortage. Not to mention you've got backups with shortages with everything from equipment and things of that such. And all of these 65-year-olds are going to be out, and they have like a 15-year span where they're like, what are we going to do? How are we going to fill these positions? So
did I see correct that no experience is needed? Because it looked like I saw that.
Well, no experience needed because they'll go through that flight training program. And the crazy thing about it is, even locally, right here in Jackson County, for a lot of kids, they have a pilot program for young kids, young girls and boys that may want to get into it. And I'll get that information. Right. Yeah. So when we were doing the fly-in, I mean, there was a lot of chances that kids could get out there and actually get their hands and actually see what it's like to actually fly a plane. So this is something that not just for the next 2 or 3 years, this is something for the next 10, 15 years that could be very big for people in the local area to get into. I like to stress that because you have Fort Rucker that's right up the road. We have a lot of pilots, whether they're Chinook pilots, whether they're, helicopter pilots, whether they're, fixed wing pilots. They're all just sitting there. And once they get done with their tours, in the military, especially in most pilots are either warrant officers or commissioned officers. If they're commissioned, they're at a certain point, they're not flying anymore. They have to go be commanders. And so they have that skill just sitting there. And when they get out, how can they use it? So a lot of people in this area can actually benefit from going and applying, and United Airlines is leaving it wide open. They had a story about, a young lady, she's 38, and she was just speaking on how she, in the eyes of her kids, it motivated her because they were so proud to see that their mom is now a pilot. So for those out there, hey, go and go on that United Airlines website. There's scholarships out there. But like I said before, they won't put you out there. You won't just all of a sudden start flying,
Well, of course not. Yeah.
Yeah. It's about a 4-year program where you'll be up to the regional level, but it's $100,000 a year, paying job. And I mean, it's out there, especially for a lot of young people. It's hard for me to keep them, air traffic controllers. So I know it's definitely hard to keep, pilots in the active duty field because these jobs out there for them to get. So,
but Byron, we have to put that information out there. That's because someone mentioned that program that's here in Jackson County to me several months ago.
Young Eagles, that's the call. Yeah, Young Eagles.
Yeah. So we really need to put that information out there because I didn't know about it. It's not widely talked about, and so we definitely, Byron, put that up so people can, understand what the opportunities are here for Jackson County kids at a young age, that they can just kind of test the waters and see if that's something they may or may not be interested in.
Matter of fact, Bill Castlin is the gentleman that I've worked with and runs the Young Eagles, and I'm putting the information up right now. So if anybody wants to interested in getting their kids involved in Young Eagles, you can get with Mr. Castlin and whomever else he has running the organization right now. But I'm telling you, it's something that's going to open things wide open. Even the controllers that I've had locally in my unit, they're all, if they don't have FAA jobs, they're working DOD jobs or contracted jobs elsewhere, and they're making a great living for themselves. So,
awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you have that age group for the young Eagles?
I do not,
Okay.
but I can get it and
Get it.
I'll
Okay.
put it up.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So lastly, my last story. I don't know how most people feel, but Minnie Mouse has gotten she's getting an uplift. So Minnie Mouse is exchanging her dress for a pantsuit, and it has sparked a little bit of an uproar in the Twitter world, in the Twitterverse, I guess they're calling it now. Amidst all of the issues that are going on right now, America, pending war in Ukraine, COVID-19, inflation, somehow this topic is kind of top the charts as Minnie Mouse is changing her look. So she'll be changing her style to a polka dot dress designed by Stella McCartney. The pantsuit kind of sparked some outrage and amusement. So it kind of got online and kind of went a little viral, but you've been getting inputs from celebrities and people all around, even conservative Candace Owens. And she's pretty upset about the change to the polka dot pantsuit. But it's one of them things where people kind of get stuff and take
why the change now? I mean, she's been in a dress how many years?
Yeah. It's got to be at least 50, 60 years.
50 plus years. So why do we have to take her out of a dress? I'm just curious. Why?
Well, I think the idea was, I guess, in the midst of Women's History Month and things of that such, they want to give her like a new change. Personally, I don't care neither here nor there, but I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I care, Byron. I care. Yeah. I do. Man. I care because I'm trying to figure out why.
What's the point?
Why do you have to change her from?
It's underlining message.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. I'm not a fan of that. So I'm siding with
you with Candace on that one?
On this one. Yeah, we don't side on too much together, but on this one, I'm like, why do you have to take her out of a dress? Like, who's behind it and why?
Yeah, I don't know the basic. I don't know if it's a one-time thing or they doing it permanently, but yeah, they even changing the red to blue. It's a blue and black polka dot, pantsuit if you can see it. And I don't know. But either way, we'll see how long this lasts because Disney, they pretty up to speed on what works for them and what doesn't. So I'm guessing it's probably like a one-time thing, and Minnie will get back her dress. So
into her dress. Okay. If you're doing it temporarily, that's fine. You want to show fashion, that's fine. But I'm just, I was just wondering if this is kind of like some permanent thing that they're doing. But if it's temporary, just kind of, switch up, then that's good. That's fine. Yeah. But not permanent.
Yeah, I feel you. I get you on that one. So that's national for me. Before I step away from my segment, I want to mention People's Funeral Home. Because we care, we're here when you need us. Long Granbury Funeral Services Incorporated, doing business as People's Funeral Home, Mariana and Battle Mortuary, Panama City, offers services that is within the reach of all. The caring staff is available 24/7 or when the need arises. And the services are designed to commemorate the life being remembered at a price suitable for all. So please give Cephas and Gwen a call at 850-482-2233. Once again, that's 850-482-2233, or simply stop by for more information. That's People's Funeral Home.
All right. Well, we're going to go to our sports segment, and I'm really hyped to talk about this. Shedur Sanders signing this major NIL deal with Gatorade. I'm all for these NIL deals. I just think it's awesome. And so Shedur Sanders has signed, I don't know, how much it is, but it's a multi-year NIL. I'm going to remind the viewers, NIL stands for name, image, and likeness, where it was approved last year that college athletes can capitalize on their name, image, and likeness and make money by signing with different brands. So that's what's happening right now for these college athletes. And so Shedur Sanders has made a historic mark because he is the first HBCU athlete to sign his NIL contract. He's the first one. He's only the second athlete across the board that have signed an NIL deal with Gatorade. So this is huge. So this opens the door for more HBCU athletes. And this is a major for him because he already had two additional ones. He had Beats by Dre, and he also had the Braided brand. So, but Gatorade is significant because, like I said, Gatorade has only signed 2 athletes, period. And that's Shedur Sanders and a women's basketball player from UConn. So I think her name is, what's her name? Paige Buckus. That's her name. Mm-hmm. So this is huge, Byron.
Yeah,
this is huge. That's why I want, our athletes to kind of get in their head right now. Like, you can make money in college. You got to get your name, your image, and your likeness, get it together.
Yeah. I mean, it's a game changer. And at the same time, to me, it brings the focus back on what going to college was, the purpose and the intent was all about. Like I think we said in one of the previous segments, now, these sports leagues are now going to get a more polished player, and they're going to have to cut a bigger check because, now that whole, balling out, crying because they taking care of the whole family, that's not on them. They're used to the money. They're not struggling and they're giving their hearts and everything and don't have nothing to eat. Those days are over with. So I like it. And it's long overdue because these universities have been making buku money off the name of these players, and a lot of them, one injury and their whole lives are gone. They lose their scholarships. They have nothing to fall back on, and life goes on, but unfortunately not for them. So it's a game changer. I like it.
And like I said, kids have been doing it. I mean, signing these NIL deals, since it started in July. However, Shedur is the first HBCU athlete. So now hopefully we'll see more HBCU athletes getting the same opportunity to make some money off their name, image, and likeness. So, and shout out to Deion Sanders again for paving the way and for just kicking doors down for our HBCU athletes. And this kid, he's not nothing to, just put your nose up at, because he, helped win a SWAC championship. He also is the first HBCU athlete to win the Jerry Rice Award. So just great things for this young man. But again, this is a groundbreaking moment for him and for HBCU athletes across the board.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move on to, I want to mention our local kids here, Mariana K8 Bull Pups, their football team, Byron, as conference champs, Big Bend conference champs. They went 8-1. And so shout out to the Mariana Bull Pups for achieving that. You see the pictures there with their trophy. So just awesome. Congratulations. And I do want to mention, Mariana got some athletes up and coming, because not only did the football team win Big Bend conference champs, but the basketball team did it as well in December. Wow. So they're right. Big Bend conference champs. They were undefeated. So Mariana got some upcoming athletes at Mariana K school. So that is big. If you got both teams, football and basketball, winning championships like that at a young age, that has to mean promising future of games for high school. So future wins and future championships. So I would think so. But again, shout out to the football team for winning Big Bend championship and for going 8-1. So I want to mention that. And then I'm going to go ahead and mention Corey Fuller real quick. Corey Fuller was the Gadsden County head coach, but now he has taken a job at Florida State as their director of football relations. So Corey Fuller did go to Florida State. So he has returned home, but he did once coach at Godby, and then most recently he was a coach for Gadsden County. So congratulations to Corey Fuller. And then real quick, congratulations. Yeah, another FSU Seminole doing big things. And last I'll mention our upcoming games. Byron, I don't know if you watched last week's game, but all 4 games were thrillers. Man, it was like on your seat.
This is why I don't gamble. Gamble. Every team that I had picked, but it was. I love to watch a great game. I love to watch a good game. I hate when they blowouts and stuff like that. So, every team that I picked did not win. So I know my uncle mad at me because I gave him the teams I thought, and that's why I don't gamble.
You're wrong. Okay. So out of all those 4 games came these teams. So you got the AFC Championship game, which is Sunday at 2:00 on CBS. So that's Cincinnati and Kansas. So remember that the AFC Championship game is Cincinnati and Kansas, and that will air on CBS at 2:00 Central Standard Time. And then at 5:30 will be the NFC Championship game, which would be San Francisco and Los Angeles. Both California teams made it to the NFC Championship game. So that game again is at 5:30 on Sunday. So Sunday will be filled with hopefully 2 amazing games. I'm going to go ahead and make my pick. I'm going to choose Cincinnati and Los Angeles. So Cincinnati out of the AFC and Los Angeles out of the NFC. So who do you have?
Woo. Me and you are pretty close. That's what I want. That's what I want, Cincinnati and Los Angeles. But it's hard to go against Kansas City. It's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. It's hard to go against him. So if I had to put my money on it, I would say that Kansas City is going to pull it out. That last game against Buffalo, that sealed it for me. It's like Patrick Mahomes. He is amazing. New Brady. It's like he's the new Brady. You can't count him. Amazing. So I mean, in 13 seconds, the way they came back, I can't go against them on it. So
I wouldn't either, but I really want to see. I'm picking Cincinnati because I'm picking the underdog. I love Patrick Mahomes. I do, but Cincinnati has had it rough for so long. And they've been like the redheaded stepchild for so long.
Yeah, you're lying about that.
I'm picking Cincinnati. And I think they're hungry. They're hungry. They got that new quarterback, and he's really, doing a phenomenal job with the team. He can read the field well, so just awesome. So, all right. So who you have for NFC?
I don't know. Who's playing again?
The LA Rams and San Francisco, both LA teams.
I'm gonna go with LA. I don't really trust Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm not a Jimmy Garoppolo hater, but I'm gonna go with LA. But now here's the thing: LA they've been getting whooped by San Francisco, all season. So every dog's got his day. So I'm gonna go with LA. I'm gonna see. Yeah. So
okay, we'll see. Yeah. All right, we'll report back on it next week, and then we will know who will be in Super Bowl 50. All right, Byron. Now we have a new segment this week we're introducing called Around the Town. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, so around the town, whose town, your town, my town. I'm going and I'm talking to small businesses. I'm talking to vendors. And when I talk to these vendors, I'm talking all about something teeth, not something to eat, but something teeth. So we're gonna dig into the cuisines and a lot of the local vendors and businesses, just to give some highlight to a lot of the attraction, a lot of the things that we have right here in Jackson County and in the surrounding area. So this week I had a fortunate opportunity to sit down with Ms. Dolores Brockner. She's the owner of Colonics and Massage of Mariana. So I'm a little I guess you could say prejudiced to her business, because I go to her place once every week, get me a massage. They have so many other amenities there. There's so many services that they provide, and it was great. So just listen out and check out what she does and what she has and everything that she has going on. It's great business. And if you out there have a business or you want to highlight somebody, please message us, please contact us so that we can get them on the next segment. So here we go, around the town. Okay, welcome to Bottom Line with Roni and Byron. This is my new segment, everybody. It's called Around the Town. Whose town? Your town, my town, everyone's town. And on this segment, I wanted to highlight some small businesses in Jackson County. And my great friend, and has a great business that we want to highlight. And her name is Dolores Brockner, and her business is Colonics and Massage of Mariana. So welcome, Dolores. How's it going?
Hey, Byron, it's going great. Thank you for having me on your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. So, hey, can you, if you can, tell us about colonics and massage of Mariana?
All right. Just real briefly, we do colon hydrotherapy, aka colonics here. Colonics has been around for a long time. It's new to this area, very new, but getting a lot of Marianians to try it out. It's the process by which warm filtered water goes into the colon and helps to evacuate out the waste. We do massages here, relaxation, deep tissue, pregnancy. I do lymphatic drainage. We do facial massages. We do pregnancy massages. Just basically, just call and see if you want a certain modality for massages to see if we do it. I have two very good massage therapists here. Audra Peacock and is here with me full time, and Diane Adams work with me. Very good massage therapists for any of your massage therapy needs. We do the salt therapy or halo therapy. You sit in a booth and you breathe salt in. It's for all things respiratory, all things skin. We do the sauna, the infrared sauna here. The sauna is good for fibromyalgia, it's good for depression, anxiety, sore muscles. It's good for a lot of just pain related stuff. We also do the foot detox. You sit in there, you put your feet in hot water, and it's 30 minutes, and you just sit there and watch the water change colors to pull out impurities out of your body. So very good alternative to just your conventional medicines out there.
Yeah, I'll say, because and for the people that don't know, you know, I'm dedicated at going to colonics massage. Like every other week, I got to get my body massage in. The salt chamber is great for your sinuses, and the great thing about it is it's right here and it's local. Many times I'd have to go somewhere way out of town, whether it was in Dothan or Tallahassee or Panama City, and to have your business right here, it makes it so much easier. And a lot of people that you know may not know that we have this service right here in Jackson County and right here in Mariana, Florida. So I'm so happy to see that you have this going, and anything I can do, anything we can do to get that message out the most, that's what we're trying to do. So everybody, please, you get a chance, and I'm showing you the footage right now. It's right off of Jefferson Street, and it's right. I mean, you'll pass right by it and won't even know it. And we're gonna show you some highlights, some photos. That sauna, you know, the only places that I ever get to enjoy a sauna is whether I'm on base in the gymnasium or something like that. But at home, I mean, it's great to get those impurities out of your body and kind of give your body that rejuvenation it needs. Yeah, exactly. So do you have, like, as far as I knew, the only people around locally other than yourself that did massages were like chiropractic places, but are there any competitors locally that you know of?
Yes, there is. For massages, there's quite a few massage places right here in Mariana. Colonics is I'm the only person for colon hydrotherapy from here to Pensacola. So I get all the surrounding traffic for colon hydrotherapy, like Dothan, Panama City, Destin, Pensacola. You know, people come from all around us for these services. So I'm very grateful that we do have it here. And we also do couples massages too, Byron, you know, two people at one time. So that's a big deal. That's one of the things that set me apart from other massage therapists. We are open on Saturdays and we do couples massages. So
Okay,
that's a
cool.
good thing.
And hey, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So, you know, couples, us men that get on our last minute purchases, hey, you better jump in the game now. Go ahead and do it. So
That's right. Go ahead on and
how can people get in contact with you and see more of the business? Give us your shameless plug. Go ahead, the social media, phone number, websites, etc.
Okay. Well, I have an open door policy here. Now, most of the time the door is locked, and that's just because there's so many people that walk the street and they want to come in and use the bathroom. So I keep the door locked, and if I'm not here, there's generally a note on the door, and you can always call. That number is generally hooked to my cell number, 850-526-3211. We're at 2946 Jefferson Street. 2946 Jefferson Street in the red brick building. A lot of people get us confused with that building next door because the sign is so close to that other building. But we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. We have a website at www.colonicsmassage.com. You can book online or you can call me and I'll book the appointment for you.
Sweet. So to say it again, 850, correct me if I'm wrong, 526-3211. And
correct.
And the address is 2946 Jefferson Street, Mariana, Florida.
Yes.
And the website, www.colonicsmassage.com.
www.colonicsmassage.com.
So everybody, make sure you go on the website, make sure you go on the social media page, like, share, put it on your notifications. And hey, locally, go ahead and relieve that stress. You're working out, you're getting you some good physical fitness, some good PT going on. Get your massage, book it. Men, don't be last minute. Go ahead and call that number and lock in that couples massage. Thank you again for coming on the show, Miss Brockner. And hey, don't be a person that I don't talk to normally. You know, on this show, I want you on again and again and again. So hey, let
absolutely. And Byron, we need to get you on that colonic table so you can tell the people all about that too.
Okay, let's do it. All right, we'll get all the NASDAQ.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
All right. Thank you for showing up. And hey, we're gonna bring y'all more and more. And if anybody out there, if you know somebody, just reach out to me, inbox me on the Facebook page, and you can get in contact with me via email. Byron is byron.dickens1@gmail.com. And if there's any other small businesses that you know of, vendors, etc., we're gonna get them on. So around the town, whose town, your town, my town. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Byron.
So Byron, you're gonna get your colon cleaned out.
hey, I'm gonna get. Hey, she called me out, so I'm gonna get cleaned out. And yeah. So hey, but in all seriousness, I have a family history of colon cancer and prostate cancer, so it's very important to me. So I ain't no shame in my game. I get off in there and get cleaned out because my mother, she loves the harp on getting them, you know, eating green leafy vegetables and making sure you getting them colons cleansed out good. So no shame in my game. So I'm definitely gonna see what's the benefit. Yeah.
Very good. We all need to encourage that to get, you know, I always tell people just get checked out. You have to, you have to. So, all right. And then we'll move on to our next segment, which is relationship tea. And today we're going to talk about how do you deal with people that do not tell the truth? How do you deal with people that when you're having a conversation with them, you know that they're not telling the truth. You know that before they even finish the sentence, it's not the truth. How do you deal with that, Byron?
All right, I know it's gonna come off kind of harsh, but I want to say it was in might have been middle school or grade school. One of my best friend, we would call each other out when we knew we were lying, and we would set each other up. Sometimes we you know say, so like if we said we was talking to this one girl, so you talked to such and such, and yeah, man, just got off the phone with her, man. Everything good. Stop lying. We would cut each other off, and if we felt like we'll call each other out on it, and it kind of transcended. So when I got into, whether I was in the military or in another job, I'd do it in a heartbeat. If somebody was telling me something, I like, stop lying, man. They ain't happen like that. No, for real. But so I think it's healthy. I think it's kind of healthy if you feel like somebody's giving you just telling you a line to impress you or whatever. Just cut them off and say, nah, tell the truth. That ain't really happened like that. Come on.
So basically just call them out before they even
just call them out. Because the thing about a lie, once you tell when you got to keep on telling it. And you got to keep on, and you got to remember that lie 3 months from now, and yeah, I mean, hey, just call them out and see. But if you do it right away, then it's a humorous thing. It's kind of like a funny thing, and it kind of settles the smoke. But if you don't, and it keeps going and keeps going, then after a while you kind of build some resentment. Then you don't even trust them no more because you're like,
I was going to get to that. Yeah, I was going to say,
I can't even trust what's coming out your mouth because you're always lying.
So
and it's almost like you kind of that it turns into a I don't like them no more. Because
I want to deal with them.
Yeah. So
that's that's where I get. I mean, I'm like, if I see you continuously lying about simple things, I say, well,
there ain't no reason to.
What are you lying for?
Yeah.
What the old people say, a bold-faced lie, or you lying with a straight face, or you lying for no reason. Like we're just having a conversation. You don't have to lie.
Hey, there's another saying we used to kick. We'll say, "Lie, don't care who tell it."
Right.
As soon as it come out your mouth, hey, lie, I ain't lying. Lie, don't care who tell it.
Yeah.
And or you be around guys. Men, we do this all the time. We're talking about cars or something like that, and oh yeah, I'm gonna get some music put in here, and I'm gonna put some 30s on it. And you just sit there while the whole time we talking, we'll just say, Brr. Yep, you're telling another one. Another one. Oh no,
but even okay, Byron. So I'm not trying to categorize lies because a lie is a lie. But like what you just described, that's kind of like a I guess you would call like a flexing lie. Like you just trying to flex and embellish. But then you got the lies where you got people just lying, just telling stories. I mean, on people, on serious situations,
stuff they hadn't heard at all.
Exactly. Or adding to a story, something may have happened or may have occurred, but then you put your spin on it and it's a lie. That's what I'm talking about. That's just ridiculous. And so for me, when I kind of pinpoint that that's how you operate, then I love you from afar. I love you from a distance because I'm like, you operate in a spirit of lying. And so, I can't trust you, just like you mentioned. I can't trust you. I don't know when you're telling the truth and when you just, not. And so I just will not deal with you intimately or up close. I love you from afar. And that's how I deal with it.
Yeah. I to be honest, I keep my circle real tight as far as who I confide in closely. I've got such a big family. I don't see the use, and I don't see the, aside from my Marine and Army friends, and we're so, spread out, we're in different states and stuff like that. So we try to keep in touch as much as we can. But aside from that, I don't really kind of invest much into, people that in depthly. But when those that I see that I just take people for who they are. And, I use that old Maya Angelou quote, somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Don't fool yourself thinking that you're going to get a different response or a different, type of, especially somebody like me, I love hard, I'm when I become a friend with you, I'm a big loyal person. So if I, project my, the way I see things in a way, I want somebody to deal with me, and I saw how you acted before, and that's on me, so when I get around somebody, I know they one of those people that like to just lie and gossip and just tell stuff. Then one, I'm definitely gonna be careful about what I tell them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
two, hey, that's who they are, and that's what they're good for. A good conversation and listen to them tell some lies and just go, you just gotta learn to just know how to deal with people at full face value, and don't expect, next week they're gonna be this person that's gonna tell you the truth and not going, that's just who they are, and deal
Right.
with them like that.
So you mentioned family. How do you deal with family that
lie? Well, my family, I can cuss them out and we can fight in the grass and we're gonna get over it anyway. Because Thanksgiving, you're gonna see each other again. Family, you're gonna see it. So we're gonna get over whatever issues we got. But I can be as upfront and as honest and brass with my family. And I know that at the end of the day, no matter what we go through, we'll squash it. But that comes from our upbringing. We've been, inbred with, sticking together no matter what. And we know how each other are. I got lying cousins, but I call them out and we'll argue, but in that very next minute, come on, let's go get something to eat. You don't get that with, that comes from a lifetime of growing up and going through those things. So you don't get that too much with people that you kind of meet along the way. So, but that's how I deal with family.
Yeah. Well, I personally, I deal along the same. So if I see, even if your family that you just continuously gonna lie to me for no reason, I love you from afar.
I guess.
You get cut off. I love you from afar. So because I can't trust you either. So anyway, but that's our segment for today, relationship tea, and I hope you can decide how you want to treat people, or how you want to deal with people, I should say, because we treat everybody, nicely. But how do you want to deal with people that don't always operate in the truth? So hope that we were able to help you by sharing our own personal experience. So, Byron, I think that's going to be it for our show today. It was a great show. And you have anything else you want to add?
No, other than make sure y'all go out and get that best book that's out right now, Mayday and Me, Celebrating Florida's Emancipation Day. Next month is Black History Month, so that'll be a good gift for the kids. And if you're needing somebody to come and speak and give some good history, I am more than available. Also, make sure y'all go get some good freedom apparel, Emancipation Day apparel, $5.20 for free. And if you need to get some workout, get some good sweating going on, I'm not going to, because she bust my heart wide open. But y'all make sure y'all get in contact with Roni and make sure you get some, all of this works in one full circle. It's good for the mind. It's good for the body. We talked with Dolores about, getting massages and, treating the body, and exercise works out the same way. So, for the men out there, go get with Roni, turn around and get you a massage and book that for your wife for Valentine's Day. It all work out one full circle. We just trying to give you that ism.
That's right. There we go. All right. That's it. All right. We want to thank you for watching the show today and for supporting us. And we will see you next week. But remember, when you know the truth, you can speak the truth. And the light shines brighter when it shines for two. See you next week.